Why is this a problem? Well, Dolan admitted the battery on his computer is completely dead, so instead of buying a new computer battery, he decided to spend his money on an entirely new phone to record his gameplay on his other phone. And I guess this reckless purchase hit Dolan even harder than he thought, because it looks like he can't even afford to show reruns of his gameplay anymore. To make matters worse, Dolan's other phone died, and I guess his microphone as well, because now he's had to resort to Morse code. If you don't understand Morse code, that's okay, I do. Essentially, Dolan talks about his fetish for inflated furries and diapers. I mean, he's got nothing left to lose at this point, so might as well expose yourselves, but I watch Dolan Darkest videos to hear him say,
"Welcome back to Slop Live."
My brain then blanks for about 40 seconds, and then I hear,
"Thanks for slopping by."
Sometimes I just skip to the last 5 seconds of the video so I can listen to Dolan say those orgasmic words into my ears repeatedly. Dolan did end up getting his computer to work again. But unfortunately, his microphone didn't break, so he can't just buy a new microphone to fix the problem. He lost his voice completely. It also seems like Dolan is now using an editing software from 2009 called Movie Maker, which is inferior to the editing style I use, which is iMovie. While Dolan is still far from his prime, we can see he is making progress, and I hope you guys can send your thoughts and prayers over to him, and we will be guiding him, holding his hand during this journey. Okay, I should go now. Thanks. To this lawsuit threat by shaking in his boots. After all, Denims is a very intelligent, If you truly believe that the clients aren't deserving of a CPS call, you would have at least disavowed a CPS call being made during the initial VOD. You were given all the right signals that the accusations being made toward the clients, which is in a way validating a CPS call happening. Unless you truly believe that babies rolling around in dog shit is okay. So yeah, this lawsuit is bullshit. I wonder how Khakis is doing trying to raise funds for her. Wow, you sure showed him. First off, but it's the fact that you don't want to let your... Who fucking cares about the feelings of your donators? They're just as stupid as you are. Second, if you could fund this yourself, why not do that in the first place? Why the fuck would anyone waste their money on such a frivolous case? Who knows? It does make me wonder though, what kind of ad was Denim I took my case to a law firm and they laughed in my fucking face. So I'm gonna pretend that I'm cooking up something behind the scenes. Like, you're trying to play this off as some sort of victory lap, but now you're just backtracking after realizing you have no case. Let's be honest, you're not gonna move forward with this, and no one's gonna care in a week. You're gonna realize it's not worth it.
I say we watch Jake Dingleberry's video and give it a fair chance. Let us be. That was probably your conscience telling you that it's a stupid idea to publicly shame people for not donating to your charity. And now, spoilers for the video, he does try to handle this situation privately, and even though it didn't go his way, making this public was still a stupid decision. I definitely want to donate to the charity being run by that guy. It's funny because when the video came out, I saw a handful of comments, which I can't show you because, again, deleted video, where the Doolittle fanbase went full damage control and said that Jake isn't criticizing people saying no to his charity, but just merely criticizing those who ghosted him. Well, him getting ghosted is a no. Not a very nice no, but it's still a no. And the appropriate response isn't to threaten those people that their names will be dropped and shamed publicly. When chooses to donate, good. If not, then ask somebody else. Or wait to start a charity when you have a bigger following and can afford it. You're like that fucking cashier on South Park who shames Randy for spending more money on beer than donating to feed the hungry kids. The point of donating money is to be charitable and to help out those in need. asked if this YouTuber would like to donate $500 to Never Stop, and the YouTuber responded, if one dares not to donate to your cause, some people might just think your charity isn't worth donating. You may not think that backtracking allegations a year ago is considered a big deal, but to others it is. You don't have to agree, but you need to accept the reality and stop trying to warp everyone's perception as your own. What happened to your reputation
The goal was to win one game of a non-competitive Fall Guys match and end the stream. I won't lie, there were moments that caused me to get a little upset. Fuck!
Away and it
Fuck!
Turn it something.
No! I hate myself. Oh.
It's hotter than their climax.
No! Here come the L's. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, shit. They do it? They win? Fuck everybody. Something wrong with their... Fuck. That's more than 3 people in front of me. I'm fucked. It's over. Get me the fuck out of here. No! Oh my god. Okay. No! A little setback, but that's okay. No!
the feeling when a show I like ends with a cliffhanger, or simply just ends when you yearn for more. Maybe don't throw more money at a Disney product that was controversial before its inception. I'm not going to review why this show is bad. I've already made 2 videos on The Acolyte, and I already talked about the show with my buddies RCSU and iNabber. There's really not much else to say. Didn't like the writing, didn't like the dialogue, the characters, story.
Mission failed. We'll get 'em next time.
2 was cancelled. So as it turns out, this show actually did pretty well for its first 2 episode premiere, but then viewership drastically fell on the 3rd week. What was happening on week 3? So either The Acolyte failed because A, the show sucked and people simply didn't find it appealing, or B, we just all hate black the show without watching it. Problem is, not enough people watched it to begin with. Viewership matters way more than reviews. Hate watching is still flat out ridiculous opinion that The Acolyte tanked because Star Wars fans have white hoods in their closet. Let's compare The Acolyte to another Star Wars TV show. People didn't like The Acolyte because the writing was absolute dog shit or something, and not because there's... You try to create this safety net, some world building off the Skywalker saga, and you got that viewership is low. Even with a constant hate watching from Star, people felt interested enough to check out The Acolyte, and that's why it failed. You claim we all need a little bit more transparency, but all you're doing is trying to act like the failure of this event was out of your control, and still not really specifying why Creator Clash 3 failed. No, it couldn't have been the Joma's fault. All they did was fail to promote the event, make a hit piece video on someone who has substantial influence over the event, and remove themselves from the event altogether, causing mass panic amongst the boxers. I mean, you guys can spin this however you want, but fact of the matter is, listen, if I made a request to a famous streamer through a donation and he said that he'll fulfill that request later on, but never does, sure, I'd also be a little upset, but I wouldn't be so unhinged and goddamn loony to make a video calling that large creator a scammer, all because he dared to not give me a fucking video idea. Back in the day, exposed videos were real shit, you know? I had to fight for my life every day, but this shit is just sad. Am I going absolutely insane? How did not reading a dono lead into scamming allegations? Streamers are not obligated. I also do need to be fair. I gotta hear his side. Unfortunately, my initial thoughts were correct. I could review these videos, but honestly, none of that matters. Because at the end of the day, Nick is not obligated to read any donations. The fact this guy made 3 videos, which began because, well, I'm sorry I didn't fucking pinky promise him. This shit is on the same level as middle school gossip. It's so goddamn ridiculous. This isn't like a Patreon perk where the deal is set in stone. A random stream donation should not have strings attached. That's it.
This is the perfect opportunity for Cody to give a vacuous response. The guy who started this expose is currently missing from the online world, and due to everybody having the attention span and memory of a goldfish with brain damage, there's a possibility Cody could pull this off. Shane Dawson did very similar acts to what Cody Ko did, and he still has a career. And because Cody is more handsome than Shane, I could see the girls and the gays continuing to watch his content. I somewhat jest, but, well, upon reviewing your actions, it seems like you tried to avoid this situation by staying silent for half a year, and then when you finally break that silence, you fail to specify the wrongdoing and hide your response on your third channel within another video. Again, his dick riding part of the fan base will watch him no matter what, but to the people with brains, clearly he has learned nothing. There is nothing genuine with how he responded or within the substance of the response itself. You might as well have just uploaded a random ass video and not say anything at all. Well, Cody, way to show how serious you're taking this. What, were there no cartoon sound effects on Sand?
Should have hurt to do? Yeah. Is attempting to strike a channel over a video you haven't even watched the same as leaking someone's private information? No. No. Don't get me wrong, Illumation is still an insecure coward, but doxing someone is just straight up malice intent. Illation's case, it was definitely wrong for her to do that, but she was just butthurt and probably didn't think before throwing out her spaz. Illumation has a different opinion from me, so I decided to pull a sniper wolf and leak vital information for every commentary videos on the situation sided with TBYS, and again, rightfully so. She tried to strike down a channel because of a video she never watched. Saying the commentary community is to blame for this is fucking nuts. Everyone has that one unhinged fan. I have about 1 million of them, but, you know, they're not so unhinged that they'll dox somebody. If some lunatic fan decides to dox somebody, I don't think people should be blamed unless they call for someone to be doxed. Again, the main point wasn't that TBYS made a super awesome rebuttal video. The issue was that Illumation flagged a video without even watching it. TBYS could have had the worst fucking take ever, and I would still defend him in this situation. Now we're blaming creators for what fans do or say. Unless TBYS told his fans to dox Illumation himself, he's hardly to blame. No one should have to restrict criticizing others due to the off chance one of their fans will start acting unhinged. Holy fuck, go outside. This is getting kind of spooky. You're acting like we're the Gestapo or something. Well, guys, at the end of the day, I think we can all agree that bullying is wrong, because one day, that individual you bullied will surpass your expectations of that individual's skills in Fortnite Fetus Run, and you bullies better shut the fuck up next time.